Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Deadeye chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads, choosing a path, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a...
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo...
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you're...
But what comes...
in your nature, and here I was...
Natural selection is all about evolution.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. For it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Nothing like a little exercise. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Hack and slash! On the home stretch. Pow! Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, rods that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Slash 'em down. Close encounter. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of... Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. The sound of spark metal going... It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short. It's coming from behind that door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Wonder what you could make with that.
Tuvunbuno kim hoba bekoko hifad muk.
He wants to thank you for taking...
Paikatawa fofo umbak bakwa balu putulua.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then.
Paikatawa farfarifto tuka kubu.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as...
Mauketo tolu ayadre e bubuko von yunvun.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember.
Mopu far kobi. Mauketo tolu ay mopu far kobi. Kuchai? He far loma utulu ba yungo.
He says it has...
E baso to bubu bukoye. Ya, savota muva. Loma utulu ka nuka nuburak to huaye.
Had it not... Asks if you were tired. You're... The potato people... The non... You'll need a net to catch them all, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be... You handle that net like you've never done. Oh, it... But... Now that you... From this day on... One day... He says you'd better hurry back to the village. That's not... He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's
Luatolo maua, ka nuka, nup yuba, tolo wawa.
the tree started to die when the end...
Papa mofobak, yalawa wat nawa.
The genetic... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Boyobut pai katawa, tolidrea, yalawa wat nawa. The Bilia and tuf vudnuekek ujbar ya yumawa.
Regardless,
To wohu.
you're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the
fairy tale.
He worries there won't... Anyway.
That's a spark of...
What's there to like about...
Not as much as it...
Always making...
And you're
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
Peboko konta maod ugambun ang loto lupai.
Regardless of who you choose, the Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Toletrea ia maoloa fofo bagwa ewe botoye. Kutsatua tampap kila luato vovo.
Regardless, you'll meet... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?